The United Nations General Assembly on Monday adopted the negotiating text by consensus for the long-pending Security Council reforms. This has set the stage for talks on the issue at its 70th session, beginning from today, boosting India's bid for a permanent seat in the revamped world body. Terming it as historic and significant development, India has said that the decision puts the intergovernmental process formally on an irreversible text-based negotiations path and changes the dynamics of the negotiations on achieving the UNSC reforms.
Well, I think it's a very significant and historic moment in the whole process of UN Security Council reform, because after 23 years of the subject being on the agenda of the United Nations and 7 years of the intergovernmental negotiation process, we finally have a text on the table, and it is India's hope and that of other reform-minded countries that this text will now enable like-minded countries to move forward on this issue of UN Security Council reform, which, as you know, has become a very priority issue for a large number of countries in the world. This decision, which was taken in the 69th General Assembly, now moves into the 70th General Assembly. The 70th GA is seen as a very historic GA. It marks 70th anniversary of the United Nations, and it is the hope and expectation of the international community that in this 70th anniversary year of the United Nations, the world community would be able to deliver on the promise of UN Security Council reform.
The United Nations General Assembly President Sam Kutesa convened a plenary meeting to take action on the draft decision on the question of equitable representation on an increase in the membership of the Security Council and related matters. During the meeting, he also circulated letters containing the positions of key countries including Russia, US and China, which refused to contribute to the negotiating text. There was no voting on the decision to continue text-based UNSC reforms in the 70th session of the General Assembly, and it was adopted by consensus. The draft decision contains a negotiating text which has positions of UN member states on Security Council reforms and how the powerful 15-nation body should be expanded in its permanent and non-permanent categories. The adoption is a significant step towards beginning talks on the long-stalled reform process in the 70th session of the Assembly on the basis of a negotiating text.